Olivia and I became friends in 8th grade after realizing we shared something in common, growing up without our moms. That's maybe the reason why we first became close, but our friendship has grown into something much deeper. I admire how you aspire to be the best you can be, paying attention to little details, like making your AP Art sketchbook absolutely perfect, even if it takes hours and they're not usually done. Sorry, Mr. Marks. It shows how much time and care you put in everything you do. I'm so grateful to have met you, not just because you've become my personal chauffeur, but because you're someone I can burst into laughter with in a single glance. You truly can always find a way to make me laugh. I love you, and I'm really thankful choir brought us even closer over the years. Introducing my best friend, Olivia Dolan.
If there were one thing I do more than anything, it would be my ability to overthink everything. And by everything, I mean everything, from how I should style my hair, to school assignments, and even whether getting Chipotle for the 3rd time this week is a good idea. But more recently, the decision I'm soon about to make that could change my life forever is what's interfering with my consciousness most. For those of you who don't know, I was adopted by my 2 dads in what's considered an infant open adoption. This type of adoption typically involves ongoing and direct contact between the biological and adoptive families. They authorize letters, photos, and even visits between the child and their biological family, ensuring transparency and a sense of identity for the child. In my case, before I was born, my birth mother concluded that it would be best for me to be placed with a different family. While I have my speculations, I don't actually know why she decided to give me up. During this process, she contacted an adoption agency, where she later reviewed countless profiles and applications, finally deciding that my dads, Chris and Ryan, were the people she wanted me to call home. Once I was born, the switch happened almost immediately, with my dads right there in the hospital, eager to bring me home, and my adoption becoming legalized by a judge just a few months later. But for many of you who do know me, you would know I have no relationship with my biological mother. This is because at the last minute, she decided that she couldn't bring herself to have a relationship with me, opting out of the ability to have contact with my dads and I. Due to this decision, I never received a letter or a happy birthday from my mother, and growing up, when I was asked questions about her, I would simply reply with, "I don't know." While many were caught off guard by this reply, it was the truth. I know nothing about my mother, but in a few weeks, I get to decide if I want to. Once I turn 18, I'm legally allowed to start searching for my biological family if I choose to do so. For months, I've been wrapping my head around the fact that I'm about to become an adult, but also knowing that I could become aware of information I've been longing for so long is hard to digest. When the question of whether I wanted to get to know my mother or not became more frequent, reality set in that it's not a simple yes or no question, and my tendency to overthink a situation was not helping me come up with an answer. For years, I've wondered who my mother is, what her voice sounds like, if I look like her, if she even wanted to get to know me now. I've run through so many scenarios of mother-daughter days and getting our nails done, or going wedding dress shopping with my mother by my side, but these are all just hypotheticals that possibly won't come true. I've been torn with this question because while I hate to admit it, the fear of rejection and her not wanting to get to know me for who I am has held me back. As someone who was put up for adoption, the feeling of not being wanted is scary, causing me to rethink my answer to a question I thought I already knew the answer to. But if there's one thing I have learned throughout my childhood, it's that the absence of my mother does not define me. So why would learning about her suddenly redefine me now? I've become the woman I am today not because of her, but because of my parents and the family they have given me. For those of you who've had the pleasure of meeting my dads, you would know that while they're definitely loud and have no filter, they're 100% themselves. With my papa being an attorney, he has taught me how to use my voice and stick up for what I believe in. And although my dad has an odd obsession with Madonna, he has taught me how to not be ashamed of my own weird interests like true crime, which I have my grandma to thank for. My grandmother is the sole reason I found my passion for studying crime and justice. And my aunt, who lives all the way in Mississippi, is a woman I will always be proud of and look up to because she's my person. My mother choosing, While sure, it would have been nice to have a woman in the house to teach me how not to burn my hair off with a curling iron or to help me not dress like a tomboy, I wouldn't have my life any other way. My mother choosing my dad's is the greatest gift I could have asked for. Because of them, I think I'm ready to make the life-changing decision, preparing myself for the possibility that I might not like the potential outcome. With my 18th birthday approaching in just 2 weeks, I think I'm finally at peace with this, ignoring the urge to rethink my answer once again. Whatever happens next won't undo the life I've lived or the love I've received, and that's enough for me. Thank you.